It's been a signature message of my campaign from day one, and it will be a signature feature of my presidency from the moment I take the oath of office. I have made billions of dollars in business-making deals. Now I'm going to make our country rich again, using the greatest business people in the world, which our country has. I am going to turn our bad trade agreements into great trade agreements.
We are ready to act in a proportionate way according to WTO rules. We do not want things to escalate. We do not share the view that trade wars are good and that they're easy to win. On the contrary, they are very bad for the world and they're very easy to lose. So things should not be escalated. We will maneuver carefully, but of course we need to protect the interest of the citizens and our jobs.
And I refer you to Commissioner Malmström, who is here for once, at the confirmation hearings. There the Commissioner stated that trade is a powerful foreign policy tool. It must support Europe's wider international goals.
Your neighbour, Mrs Atkinson, has a question for you. Will you accept? 30 seconds, please.
My friend, William, do you not agree with me that the whole basis of negotiating a trade agreement would be that you actually put somebody in charge that knows what they're doing? Why have we got a former socialist sociology lecturer from Sweden negotiating on behalf of the UK, which will bind us after Brexit? She's not qualified to do the job.
If I may say so, I would point out at the hearings that 3 political groups voted against the confirmation of the present EU Trade Commissioner, and if only the ECR had joined us, she probably wouldn't have happened. As it is, we have somebody who is completely unqualified, and that is the person who the 27 other member states are unfortunately stuck with.
Colleagues.
I will use every lawful presidential power to remedy trade disputes. Very simple. Including Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962.
Thank you, President. Good morning, honourable ladies and gentlemen. Well, as you know, President Trump signed off the import duties on 25% steel and 10% of aluminium last week under the Section 232 of the 1962 Trade Expansion Act. It's a US law from the Cold War and justified on national security grounds. These measures will enter into force the night between the 22nd and the 23rd of March.
Why do you want to be US ambassador to the EU? I mean, you're clearly not a great fan of Brussels or its bureaucrats.
Well, I had in a previous career a diplomatic post where I helped to bring down the Soviet Union. So maybe there's another union that needs a little taming.
What are you hearing in terms of the scale if these tariffs were to proceed? What are you being told about that? What would the impact be?
Well, obviously, the level of integration of the Canadian and American steel and aluminum industries are well understood. Ingots produced, aluminum ingots produced in Canada are used by American manufacturers to in a broad range of things. We import more steel than the Americans import. We have a significant trade surplus. The Americans have a significant trade surplus with us on steel, which means we buy steel from them, they buy steel from us.